Imagine being labeled not good enough only to rise as one of the brightest stars in football. This is the untold story of Cole Palmer, a player who shocked scouts, defied the odds, and proved that true genius isn't always recognized at first glance. But here's the twist. Cole Palmer isn't just good. He's a footballing mastermind. Stick around as we uncover the journey of the boy who went from almost being released to making history. Let's rewind to 2010. A young Cole Palmer was just another kid from Withenshaw, juggling school, grassroots football, and weekends spent watching his dad play Sunday league matches. But those who saw him play already knew this wasn't just any kid. His first coach recalls, "Every game I'd catch myself about to shout, 'What are you doing?' only to realize seconds later that Cole had pulled off a pass I couldn't even imagine." By the time he was just a teenager, scouts from Liverpool, Manchester United, and City were already knocking at his door. And when United offered him only a trial, Palmer's response was simple. He walked away and chose City instead. He wasn't going to let anyone slow him down. But even at City, his journey wasn't smooth. In 2018, the Manchester City Academy faced a tough decision. Cole Palmer's name was on the list of players to release. After struggling to keep up with his teammates, who were faster and more dominant physically, it seemed like his journey at City was nearing an end. But just as his fate hung in the balance, Jason Wilcox, the academy director, stepped in. His words were simple yet powerful. He's extremely clever. You can't even see the things he sees. By 2019, that hard work paid off. Not only did he become a towering 6'2", but his performances soared, captaining Manchester City's under-8 teams. Palmer racked up 20 goal contributions in just 1,100 minutes and led his team to the FA Youth Cup final. When the team needed him most, Palmer delivered, assisting their equalizer before scoring the match-winning goal himself. Palmer lifted his jersey to reveal a tribute to his friend and former teammate, Jeremy Whiston, who tragically passed away. It was a powerful reminder that for Cole Palmer, football wasn't just a game, it was a way to honor the people who mattered most. From nearly being released to leading his team to glory, this was the turning point in Cole Palmer's journey, a testament to resilience, brilliance, and a determination to prove everyone wrong. As Palmer later said, "Off the pitch, I may not be the loudest guy. I don't say much. But once I'm out there, it all comes out." And from that moment on, it was clear Cole Palmer was destined for greatness. After his standout performances with the under-18s, Cole Palmer finally got his chance to train with Manchester City's first team. It was a huge step forward, but his journey was far from over. He made waves in a room I was at the front of Buildings 1. Even though he trained with the first team, Palmer was still playing regularly with the under-23s, and he didn't just play, he dominated. With 19 goal contributions in just 1,200 minutes, Palmer showed he was miles ahead of his peers. Yet, in 2021, he scored his first goal for the senior team, but it wasn't long before he was back with the under-23s asking to play again on the same day. That night, he scored a hat trick, leaving his coaches and teammates stunned. When asked about it, Palmer's response was simple. "If there's a game happening somewhere, I want to be in it. This isn't a big deal." Despite his talent, the opportunities at City's senior level were still limited. Pep Guardiola called him one of the most intelligent players he had ever seen, but with City's squad stacked with superstars, Palmer found himself on the sidelines. He was told, "Next year will be your turn." But next year never seemed to come. By 2023, Cole Palmer was ready to prove himself on an even bigger stage. Just 12 days after collecting a Champions League medal, he arrived at the Under-21 European Championship, carrying the weight of expectations on his shoulders. But it wasn't an easy start. Palmer started off slow, struggling to make an immediate impact. In the semifinal, when Gibbs White missed a critical penalty, Palmer knew it was his time to step up. With precision and confidence, Palmer assisted the opener, scored the second, and set up the third, sending England to the final. And in the final, with the pressure at its peak, Palmer delivered yet again. His stunning free kick sealed the victory, making England Under-21 European champions for the first time in 39 years. In those moments, Cole Palmer wasn't just a player. He was a leader, a game changer, and the reason England lifted the trophy. For the doubters, it was proof of his brilliance. For Palmer, it was just the beginning. Fresh off his Under-21 European Championship victory, Cole Palmer returned to Manchester City with a new level of confidence, but instead of being rewarded with a starting role, he found himself back on the sideline. Despite Guardiola's promises of more playing time, Palmer's opportunities remained limited. Even after the departures of Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling, he struggled to break into the first team regularly. But Palmer wasn't one to sit around and wait. When Manchester City offered him a loan to Burnley, Palmer made a bold decision. His response? No, I want to leave. And just as the transfer window was closing, Chelsea came calling. At just 21 years old, Chelsea signed him for 50 million euros, a move that sparked doubt and debate. Many questioned if Palmer could handle the pressure of stepping into one of the Premier League's most dysfunctional squads, but Palmer had one thing to prove. He wasn't just a young talent, he was ready to lead. Of course, this wasn't just a transfer, it was a turning point. For Cole Palmer, this was the chance to step out of the shadows, take control of his destiny, and show the world that he belonged on football's biggest stage. Cole Palmer didn't waste time making an impression at Chelsea. In his first start, he delivered a flawless assist, earning the Man of the Match award and silencing the critics who doubted his move. This was just the beginning of a breakout season. Match after match, Palmer proved he was built for the big stage. A goal and an assist against Burnley, a brilliant performance against Arsenal, and a clutch penalty against Manchester City. All eyes were now on the young star. In one of the season's most dramatic moments, Chelsea faced a 95th-minute penalty against Manchester City. With the game on the line, Palmer stepped up, sending the ball into the top corner. When asked if he felt the pressure, his response? Not really. Palmer's composure, vision, and undeniable talent weren't just winning matches, they were winning hearts. From stunning hat tricks to record-breaking performances, Palmer was no longer a young prospect. He was a leader and a game changer. By the end of his first season at Chelsea, Cole Palmer had proven that he wasn't just a player with potential, he was the player every team wanted. And as his journey continues, one thing is certain, this is just the beginning of a legacy that's bound to inspire generations.